Hello again, guys. Right, today we're gonna just make one of my absolute favorites for barbecues. Summer, you can use it as a dip, you can have it with bread, side dish, whatever. It's called Tzatziki from Greece. Now, I first learned about Tzatziki in Germany from a Greek restaurant, and then when I served in Cyprus, we had it all the time, and I used to love eating it with the local bread. Anyway, dead easy dead easy, apparently. To be honest, I've never made it, so it's either going to work a treat or it's going to fail miserably. Basically, you need a cucumber, and what's nice about this, well, you're going to use the whole thing. All right, you can skin it if you want to, but all the best bits are in the skin, and when it's gone through the grater, it will be sort of finer. So if you don't want the skin, take it off, make it more refined. You can do. You need some garlic and some salt, a bit of lemon juice, Greek yogurt. You can use full fat, zero fat, whatever you want. I'm using the full fat. Some olive oil. You can grate your garlic, but I'm gonna put mine through the oldie garlic press. Okay, so I've got me peeler for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway. Don't need that. Right, you need a good sized bowl where you get all of that in. Now this is 1,100 grams, so just over a kilo of Greek yogurt. Right, so without further ado, let's get le board de chopping and a suitable cutting implement. I've even got me top tip meat container. When you buy meat, keep them for your veg. I was gonna in fact, should we do 50-50? Let's do 50-50. Right, okay, reverse. Get your oldie peeler out. Right, let's get cucumber approximately 50% and just take off the scaggy little ends. Don't have to do that a lot, just a bit. Right, so let's put that there. For this one, let's go with the larger piece. So just give that a peel. Now what you can do with this, you can sort of peel it just like that and leave a bit of skin on. In fact, let's do that. Make it, in fact, we'll take off 2 on this. 1, 2. And what we'll do as well, just to, so the grating, you don't have too long a piece of cucumber skin, we'll cut it up into smaller chunks. So here's our, right. Depending on which way you put it on, depends on which way it blends. Right, so once again, let's give that a little whiz. See the green flecks in there? Kind of makes it a bit sexy. Oh, that one's flipped. And do it again. I'll tell you what, considering how old this is, right, it's really, really doing the business. What I love about these things, right, traditionally you can just use a grater to do this if you want to go old school, but if you can do this in nanoseconds, and this you can do before, so you can make it a day before, probably better actually, because it will draw nicely. Right, bit of cucumber there, just not wanting to play. In fact, there's a couple of bits stuck, so anyway, we'll leave that like that. Now that to me looks quite nice. Right, what we're going to do before we do anything else is we're going to take this off firstly, because we've got Mr. Cucumber stuck there. What you need to do, typical me, isn't it? It's all, in fact, we use the bowl. What we're going to do is get a tea towel, be an old tea towel, but make sure it's, see, that's the stuff that we leave in on this channel, all the bloops and bloops. But what you need to do is you need to get your cucumber into the tea towel. And this is why we're doing this now, because this is going to take sort of pretty much the longest bit of time. The reason that we're doing this is because, as I'm sure you're aware, cucumber has a lot of water. Now, we don't want too much water. Well, in fact, we want as little water as possible into our tzatziki. So, hence, giving it a good old, we're going to give it a squeeze. So any bits that you've got, like this little slice of cucumber here that just did not want to play ball, just give them a chop. It doesn't matter if they're a bit bigger than pieces. And we get them in there. And what we will do now is take this off, that away, and then get our cucumber into the tea towel. Now get every bit of this cucumber, because this is, I'll tell you what, right, this is so refreshing, and you can just eat this by the spoonful on your own. Now, you can make this as garlicky as you like. So if you prefer garlic, if you like a lot of garlic, then put more garlic in. If you don't like a lot of garlic, in fact, you don't even have to put any garlic in it. You can put mint in if you want to. So you can sort of mix it up a little bit, quite literally. Pardon the pun and all that good stuff. But well, you can see how much water's in there just by doing that. So now that we've got our cucumber in, what we're going to do is we'll use that towel, just give that a little clean, because it's going in the wash when it's done. So what we need to do now is we need to get our tea towel, and what we're going to do is we're going to wring this out. Right now it's already starting in the bowl. Well, that's cool. And then we'll take it over anywhere and then just give it a squeeze. In fact, I'll do it in a bowl and then you can see how much water's coming out. Alright, well, this is how much water there is in a cucumber. So don't be shy, because it will fluff back out once you mix it all up. Okay, so by using a tea towel, what's good is you can just wring it like that, and you want as much of this out as you can. And once you've done that, then what I would do, well, what I'm going to do is get another tea towel. And I'm now going to put this into the second tea towel. The reason I'm doing that is because this tea towel, as I'm sure you can imagine, is A, already wet, and B, believe it or not, I've actually ripped it, but it is an old one, so well, that's cool. So we can say au revoir to that one. And now what we're going to do with this one is we are going to just give it another little squeeze, and we're going to put it to one side and just let that do its thing. I'm going to put a bit of weight on it. Doesn't need a lot. By the time we've done everything else, that'll be ready to go. So obviously this stuff we need to get rid of. Into the sink it goes. I mean, don't be shy to use more bowls, but for me, all I'm trying to do is minimise my wash it up, because I'm like that. So give it a quick dry. And there you are, we're good to go. Right, next phase. Get the yogurt in the pot, or sorry, in the bowl. And, oh, don't you just hate these things? Easy option. be careful when you're doing this, if you're doing it like this, because it can go Pete-tong and you can have red tzatziki and you don't want that. So, I mean, this is the equivalent of licking yogurt off the lid, isn't it, when you open it up? Right, you know what, I love making a mess. So there you go. So take all this lovely yumminess off here. Get it all over your fingers. Clean it as you go. Right, this is quite wet as well, but don't worry about that. It doesn't need to be strained. Can do if you want to, but personally, I think all the liquid itself has its own flavour. So it's like a curd, isn't it? Is it curd? Is it curd? Or is it, well, I don't know. The whey. Curd, whey, whatever. Anyway, get all of this lovely white yumminess out, because the more we use, the more we can. I mean, look at that already. Yummy, yummy. Right, that can go back in there. That can go in there. And here's one I didn't prepare earlier, but I've got handy. So, now we've got that in there. Just very carefully give our knife a wipe. And right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some salt. You notice I'm not using any pepper in this. I'm going to put a little bit more in, and that'll do. Don't forget, be careful on your seasoning. Always add more, you can't take it out. Right, in fact, sorry. Always give your lemon doodle a little shake. If you've got fresh lemons, you can use that. About half a lemon. Good dollop of that. A smidge of olive oil. And now to the garlic. Now, depending on your cloves, how big they are, and how much you like garlic, is obviously going to be dependent on how much you use. Now, I'm going to go straight in with 2 big cloves. Now, the longer you give this to draw, so I would recommend doing it 24 hours before you want it, the better the flavour is going to be, and the flavour will improve day on. Now, how long will it last? Until it's gone, I suppose. I don't know, is the truth of it, because it doesn't last that long with me. So, depending on how much you like it, depends on how much you're going to eat it. And if you've got a tribe or whatever, then I'm sure it's gonna last seconds. Right, so get your oldie garlic in the press. Don't be shy. Get in there, work it, work it. Look at that. Oh, baby. Oh, I love the smell of garlic. I love the taste of garlic. So, well, like I said, you can stick it through the press if you want to. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to force that through again. And just keep on going until I've got all this yumminess out. Now, on the garlic side, because I like garlic, and I think it's one of the healthiest things for you, and it's so underrated. People always think garlic makes your breath stink. Well, you know what? There's a lot of things make your breath stink, but if you and your partner, your wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, if you both eat garlic, you won't recognise the garlic on each other. It sort of cancels itself out. It's bizarre, but that's what happens. So anyway, there you go. Get all this loveliness in there, and if you've got any bits that refuse to sort of go, what we're going to do with that in a minute is we're going to, right, here we go. So garlic presses are all right, but you know, they're messy. But you know, we're not shy of messy in this kitchen. In fact, Right, well there you go, because it's the first time I've used this garlic press in particular. I didn't even know that happened, but there you go. So if your garlic press does that, just do that and it comes out. Oh, love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Right, so there we go. Now I'm trying to keep this is obviously in real time, so you know there's been no prep work or anything. And then anything you got left, give it a chop up. Again, just be careful, especially when you do that bit. Buggers. And then get your garlicky crushed yumminess. Let's be very careful doing this. If you've got no experience with knives, don't do any of these bits. Use a spoon or whatever, don't use your fingers. Okay, you have been warned. Right, now what we're going to do, I know you're saying we want to keep the water out, but the olive oil just gives another dimension to it. Alright, it's a very big Mediterranean thing, you know, people in the Med are so healthy, and it's because now there's already a good smell of sort of yogurt, that yogurt smell, not strawberry yogurt but a plain yogurt smell, and garlic. But you know something, I'm not scared, I'm going for it, I'm doing another one. I'm gonna do another one, because we like garlic, we just like garlic. So, in she goes. And this time I'm just gonna make it a little bit easier so I don't have so much faffing on. Because don't forget, garlic does have its own sort of skin as well. And that's the bit that you find always sort of starts causing the problems in the old garlic press. Now all I've got to do is figure out how this works. So that goes in there, that goes like that, no it doesn't, like that. No, that way. No, it was right the first time. Top tip, right? Always watch what happens. So, aha, and from the top, Okay, in it goes. Garlic, garlic, more garlic. Please give me more garlic. And squeeze. Squeeze, manipulate, push. Get it back in there. Because you've got that little paddle thing and it tends to lift bits out. That's cool. Because we have nice multi-purpose to help us get it back in there. So again, just get it in there, just keep going, and then scrape it off. And don't forget all this garlic goodness, you need to get in there. So now we know that that comes out, we can just pull it out. And now we know how it goes in, it's dead easy to put back in again. So that's 3 cloves of garlic, and they're, you know, they're a good size, they're not massive, but they're a good size. So, there, I don't know if you can see that, that's the garlic skin, what I was talking about. But you can eat that as well, it's not, you know, not bad for you. Might get stuck in your teeth, but that's about it. Right, so, and once again, get your spoon or whatever, and give the last bit a little wobbly wobbly, and then get that in there as well. Now, I'm actually making this because I'm going to a barbecue at 4 o'clock. What time is it now? It's 5 past 2 here. Which means this is going to draw for at least 2 hours, probably 3, maybe even 4. Excuse me, by the time we get to eat. So this garlic should blend in nicely with this. Now, just so you can see, it's actually got a nice sort of garlic undertone. So just so you can see what the consistency is, There you go. And that's wallop. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And you might be able to see the lumps. That's the garlic. All right. So they're very fine lumps. So don't worry about that. What you're doing there, you should be over there. All right. Get rid of that. Right. Now let's get back to our cucumber. Give it another squeeze. And this is the bit which just brings it all together. So now you can sprinkle this in. Again, don't be shy. Get your hands dirty. What I love about cooking is all the touchy-feely. And don't get me wrong, I have been known to wear like blue, what are they called? Nitrile gloves. Because sometimes when you're prepping something and you're ready to go out, I'll just do that, and then that way it keeps my fingers clean. So, bit by bit, add it, mix it. The more you mix this, the more distributed your garlic and your cucumber is going to be. So, your cucumber, you want it, you need it to be present, all right? It can't be sort of like, I don't know, cucumber mist or something. You still want, you can grate it and fine grate, but you want something when you're biting into it, you want that, just that little bit of crunch, which sort of has a little, well, almost like a refreshing zing. And that's where we're at. So, give that a mix up. Now this is coming together nicely now. And the colour is amazing. And when you first do it, it looks bland and it's like, oh, it's all white. But as you start doing it, as you start putting the cucumber in, you're getting in there. Right now, you got all the bits that stuck to the top. In fact, I think I've actually done it. I've done it. Look at that. Not a piece of cucumber left on there. Woohoo! Check me out. Right, don't need that anymore. Au revoir. And like I said, try and get as much of that in. So this is one whole cucumber to just over a kilo of Greek yogurt. What did I say I put in? 1, 2, 3, 3 sort of medium going on to large cloves of garlic. And I think, considering this is the first time I've made this, I think that's looking pretty good. My brother-in-law used to make this, and my German brother-in-law, he used to make this, and he used to put like 16 bulbs of garlic in, let alone 3 cloves, and you could smell it as you were walking up the garden. It was that strong, but to be honest, it actually tasted really good. But again, like I said, I like garlic. Right, people, that is it. So remember, I took quite a lot of skin off because you want, I mean for me anyway, you want some green flecks in there because it sort of gives it that, well, it's authentic. So there we go. There's your tzatziki with your green flecks of cucumber, and you see how that just, consistency of that now, it's like, well, like porridge, but it has a flavour like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, so like I said, excuse me, I'm just getting a little teaspoon. Bad prep and planning. Right, I'm back. Okay, shall we give it the taste test? I was doing this now, you can either add more if you want to. It's got a little garlicky. Now that is not bad. I'm going to put in a drop more olive oil. But don't forget, this is very, very fresh. So you will find that there is a yogurt more, the yogurt comes through more because it hasn't had time to draw yet. So in a couple of hours, And especially if you do it the day before, this will be perfect. So I think that will do. On the aftertaste, I do have a bit of garlic there, but let me just try it now. Yeah, that's it. So there you have it. Tzatziki, done my way, as an experiment, and I'm happy with that. It's got a nice garlicky aftertaste. In a couple of hours, all those flavours will blend in. It'll be lovely. So, remote, I'm out. See you next.